Very good afternoon to everybody who's joined the first ever Everyday Employee Engagement webinar organized by Reward Dragon. My name is Panjwani. I'm the founder and CEO of the company. Next, we have an HR expert with 17 years of experience across various industries, a celebrated leader in this space, the CHRO of Cyfuture India Pvt Limited, Mr. Munish Mahajan. Specific question for you, right? You are from Cyfuture India, right? Everything is going beautiful for you guys. Your CEO just won the Entrepreneur of the Year award. You guys are great place to work certified. Everything is going just the way anyone would want, right? How are you seeing the world of talent management when the world is bleeding with attrition, still recovering business? How are you winning these awards? How are you excelling in talent management so beautifully? Please tell us.
So, thank you, Samir. And uh, the first go, I would like to start with what Unmesh said. I would like to add my 2 cents here. And I think, yes, if you talk about the approach after this pandemic, the entire approach of looking at employee engagement has been changed. I mean, it was important, but employee engagement holds more importance than ever before now. This global pandemic has brought a tremendous change in how people work, their lifestyle, behavior, and their expectation. I mean, hybrid working, flexible working hours, people first culture, DNI, beyond HR, and so on. There are so many new trends which have come up. And but what at Cyfuture, what we personally think that engagement is a 50-50 proposition. So 50% owns by, it's a responsibility of the employer to create environment and the culture. And the 50% owns by the employee to choose to engage. And there's one global study is there which says a small percentage of population, nearly less than 10%, to choose to engage in nearly when they choose to engage in nearly any of the environment. And conversely, a small percentage, again, less than 10% of it, they get rarely engaged in most of the environment. But the major percentage lies in between. So this percentage of the population is engaged where they choose to get engaged. So engagement is a choice. So when we talk about holistic approach and beyond HR and so, where like again, HR is not the only driver now for employee engagement activities in organization, but the managers are at every level too. So, when it's the company culture is no longer left to the HR team. Employee engagement needs to be owned and driven by CEOs and senior management and senior leadership team too. So this is what exactly we have been doing at Cyfuture. So that's the only region. I mean, as in, if you see before the pandemic, we were, as in our online presence was not much, but this pandemic has given us some, as in we have learned a few things hard way, rather, but again, we have learned, and I completely agree what Shweta was saying, this, the personal brand and so. And that's how, like, again, from the employer side of it, we started doing employer as a brand. What we are doing, is it reaching to our people or not? Is it making any sense with the changed environment or not? So that's how, like, again, we started our journey. And if you talk about, as in how we do it. So yes, when we say beyond HR, so what we do, we have set the KRAs, the responsibilities of every manager. I mean, employee engagement is no more just a KRA of HR. So every manager, every line manager has to ensure that every employee has a well-defined role and expectations. Not just the role, but the expectations also. Here, all our team members knows that how their work contributes to overall organizational success. So showing them bigger picture is always essential and critical. So it makes them feel involved. It makes them feel important. It makes them feel a part of the overall business. And that's how they remain engaged. So, and I tell you, like, this is the only tool I think which is helping us to retain people. So it's an era of resignations where, like, again, every person you go, I mean, as in we work in IT and ITES space. So cloud is one of our offering where, you see, like, again, solution architect and these fancy designations which were there, which were earlier nowhere people were asking about these technologies. But post COVID, like, every job is linked to these kind of technologies. And now what is happening? I mean, as in, you go to any person, they have 3, 4, 5 offers. So the myth which we say that perks, benefits, money, engaged people, I mean, it does to an extent, but it gives you a shorter relief now. You need to see, like, what kind of like workforce you have now, and I mean, how I mean, as in, they'll remain engaged with you. So the conducive environment is one where you are emotionally engaged. And this is what we have been trying to build, and to an extent we have succeeded.
Absolutely well said, Munish. I mean,